All right, everybody, welcome back. It's Godspeed.Mangaka, and today, in inspiration and celebration of Chapter Two dropping soon. Okay, it's definitely dropping within the next couple weeks. I promise y'all that. I told y'all it was dropping sometime between like end of May, end of June. Chapter Two is a longer chapter. It explains a lot. There's a lot going on in chapter two. Just know that. So that's why it's taking a bit longer than it usually would. I'm sorry, but I promise you guys it will be worth it. Till then, though, I will be doing this little series where I am going to review chapter one. And I will be starting right now with the cover art. And I will be explaining little things, little details that some may have missed, going over what's going on, and so on and so forth. Any questions that arise, please let me know, of course. But all right, let's get into it. Obviously, this is a cover art. Again, you have Ryu over the cover, but if you're seeing this initially, you're not gonna know who that is. You're gonna be like, oh, it looks like somebody I've seen before. Of course. But that's Ryu, you know what I'm saying? And behind him is his father. That's Riku. But again, you're not going to know who either of these characters are, but it's a nice compelling artwork to kind of draw you in and get you curious, like, oh, what could this be about? You know, Godspeed. You know, you have the lightning, the speed, all of that. But again, you don't really know what Godspeed means. You don't understand that yet. You know, it's gonna take some time. But I really do like the shading and the value that is shown on this first cover. But yeah, let's get into the first page. All right, so we start on page one, technically, and it shows a vibrant city, the city of Versailles, Humidin. You know, chapter one is called Ichi as well. You'll learn that obviously later. For the ones that have read it, you know, y'all can give me y'all interpretations on each page as well. But I wanted to really show, look how beautiful and vibrant the first panel is. Like, you have a broad, huge city, and this is considered a little city. My world is big, but you see how vibrant it is, you know, glowing, all of that. And then just in a blink of an eye, just a quick second, everything is getting swarmed, engulfed by this demonic storm that's coming. And you see in that last panel, you zoom in really closely on one specific alleyway. Now, if you can find a specific alleyway, I mean, you have a greater eye than even me. But just that one specific alleyway, and it's foreshadowing, of course. You have no idea what's going on. You just got on the first page, and you're just like, oh shoot. Then I have a little note thing right there on the side. It said the city of Versailles Humidin is normally a safe place, but on this particular day, an evil force was on the hunt. We don't know what the evil force is. We don't know why it's on the hunt, but that's why we keep reading. So, in the next panel, on the next page, technically the same thing, but next page, right? Our first panel, we see somebody running. Somebody in a hoodie running. Either running for their lives, it looks like. Like, look at the fear on his face. He's huffing and puffing. And he goes to that same alleyway. Again, subtle foreshadowing. And you see the light, it's kind of casting like a shadow on him, like a spotlight on him. You know? And you see obviously the rain, the storm around him and everything. But you see how it's kind of showing him in that light. Just like, okay, something might happen, you know? So in this next panel, we see, oh shoot, like, all you hear is a demonic voice saying, you really think you could outrun me? You turn around and it's a whole demon, right? It's an outcast of a demon. You don't actually see its full face. You see the horns, you see the demon lightning and aesthetic around him, and you see exactly where he is. You see how tall he is, right? Because if y'all remember where that sign is behind his head over there on the top right, you see behind him, that's how tall he is. He's huge. And he says, we really are not one to be toyed with, human. Again, human used as a derogatory term in this scenario. It's not just to identify him. He's saying that for a reason. He's trying to show superiority to the bandit, right? And he says, you lowly fool, your purpose is no longer needed. Meaning he needed him for something. We don't know as an audience yet, but he needed him for something. And boom, wind snipes him right in his nose, right? All right, so then after that, right, we're on the next page. And it's a wide shot of the nice section of Versailles, all covered in demonic storm aura. Just all of it. Just a storm. red lightning, which is way more potent than regular lightning. It's demonic lightning. And that's a strong, very strong lightning. And trust me, color matters in my world a lot. But you see the winds, you see the rain touching down, you see the lightning striking, all of that. Like, it's a bad storm. And then boom. Oh man. You look there again, nothing's there. Boom. Right? That's to show the difference in speed. That's to show the difference in speed. That shows you, oh, nothing's there at first, and then you see exactly what's actually happening. To the human eye, you want to be able to see exactly what was happening. You would probably just see the bandit afterwards, right? That's again how fast the demon moves. And the bandit is pleading for his life. He's saying, "Hey, you can let me go. I promise I'll have the artifact." Right? Like, he's begging for his life. He just got wind sniped in his nose, and mind you, the demon barely even used any power to do that. Now we're on the next page, and you see demon hides his horns. He can easily hide his horns and everything. He looks regular, right? He looks regular, but eerily regular, right? He can also kind of shift his appearance, you know? But he's just like, and then the bandit is still pleading. And obviously, he's not going for it. And the money, just please give me more time. I'm sure, you know what I'm saying? I'll for sure get it if you know what I'm saying? Like, he's begging for his life. But he's a demon. He has a prerogative. He has a goal. And you're just one human in this vast world. He can get another human to do his bidding if he needs to, you know? So, in like 3 swoops of his claw, kills him instantly. That's how ruthless it is in Godspeed. I'm not going to lie to you. All right. So, now it brings to the most famous panel. Everybody knows that my artist did use a Dabura, what's it called? Like, he was referencing Dabura in this scene. Like, he used a Dabura reference for this pose right here, which, yeah, definitely, I can understand that. I can understand that one for sure. I had no idea that he did so, because I haven't been up to date on Medulo. So that's why I was kind of backlashing it. I'm just like, what are y'all talking about? I don't even know who that is. But once I saw the panel, I'm just like, okay, I can completely understand. Yeah, that looks exactly like him. But that aside, right? He said, I told you I would only give you one chance. You should have taken my words more seriously. If only you knew who I truly am. Mind you, us as an audience don't even know who this dude is. He's a demon, but he kind of shifted, you know? Right? Crack, you see the lightning cracking the glass and everything. And that's exactly from his impact, too. That's from the impact of the slashes and everything. And you just see him dead on the ground. And the demon has no sympathy, no empathy for me. All he says is, if only you truly knew who I am. Very eerie. All right, this might be the last page, if not one of the last pages. But as you see, as soon as he's done with that and he leaves, right? Shine. As soon as he leaves, everything goes back to normal. Mind you, this happens so fast that the humans cannot perceive the speed. Everyone's just like, the weather suddenly changed? The sun's out. Like, they're questioning it. Like, what just happened? You know, the shining, sun's coming back out. You're out there with an umbrella and a hoodie because it's raining and it's stormy. You got demon lightning striking down. Like, this is just an everyday occurrence. And then out of nowhere, it just goes back. Right? Like, if this is your first time seeing this, you'd be like, what is going on? Right? And you just got a little kid playing around, you know, kicking a little ball. That's, you know, typical kid stuff, just playing around, right? But not on this day. He kicks it right down the alleyway. As y'all can see that sign up there. I'm going to keep showing that sign. Sign's really important. But to the same alleyway that something just happened in. And he's a kid, but he obviously knows this alleyway is like a creepy alleyway. Like, it doesn't look right, right? And I'm not obviously going to show the body to the kid, but the kid obviously sees something that startles him, right? That startles him. And all right, that will wrap up the first section of my overview for Godspeed. Next one will be coming soon. Stay tuned, everybody. And don't forget to read Godspeed on Manga Plus Creators. Thank you guys so much.